Earth Day and recalibrating our earthly bodies. Today is April 22, 2025. This is the 55th anniversary of Earth Day. On this day, 55 years ago, awakening humanity finally acknowledged the atrocities that our fragmented and fear-based human egos, either deliberately or inadvertently, inflicted on Mother Earth and the elemental kingdom. Humanity miscreated these atrocities through the obsolete behavior patterns of greed, corruption, and the abuse of power. Due to the unprecedented celestial events humanity en masse has experienced since the birth of 2025, the consciousness of people everywhere, both awakened and unawakened, has been raised to a higher level by their I Am presence. The company of heaven is revealing that this shift of consciousness has allowed Mother Earth to experience a cosmic reset in her ascension timeline. This reset is dissolving energetic structures that have resulted in aging, disease, degeneration and decay, as well as mental and emotional malfunctions in humanity's earthly bodies. This is also occurring within the earthly bodies of the elemental kingdom and Mother Earth. Energetic structures that have caused inclement weather conditions, destructive climate change and appalling pollution are also being dissolved as a result of this cosmic reset in Mother Earth's ascension timeline. Now, in order to take full advantage of humanity's global focus of attention on Earth Day, the mighty Elohim and the directors of the elements have been granted permission by our Father Mother God to accelerate even further the divine alchemy that is taking place on Earth. This alchemy is transfiguring the carbon-based bodies of humanity, the elemental kingdom and Mother Earth into fifth-dimensional crystalline solar light bodies. Our earthly bodies are comprised of the various elements. Our physical body is associated with the earth element, our etheric body the air element, our mental body the fire element, and our emotional body the water element. All of these earthly bodies are enveloped in the more rarefied substance known as the ether element. The mighty Elohim, the directors of the elements and the elemental beings, are intelligent life forms that use the atoms within the elements for the building blocks of all manifest form. Within our earthly bodies there is a master deva that directs all of the elementals within our bodies. This deva is known as our body elemental. In the beginning, our body elemental was able to easily outpicture the patterns of perfection within our RNA-DNA messenger codes. This was largely due to the active elemental vortices within each of our earthly bodies. These vortices energized and sustained the elements within each of our bodies, which allowed our body elemental to help us maintain a state of vibrant health and eternal youth. Unfortunately, after the fall, everything changed. Our elemental vortices became dormant, and humanity fell into the illusion of separation and duality, thus tragically forgetting about the existence of the elemental kingdom. Humanity is now reversing the adverse effects of the fall. Several years ago, our Father Mother God granted the mighty Elohim and the directors of the elements permission to reactivate the elemental vortices within our earthly bodies. This heavenly assistance has been building in momentum day by day. Since that time, every year within the embrace of the full divine momentum of Earth Day, the elemental kingdom is taking this activation to a whole new level. Today, due to the need of the hour, our Father Mother God have blessed the elemental kingdom and humanity's body elementals with the ability to recalibrate our elemental vortices to the highest frequency of fifth-dimensional crystalline solar light that cosmic law will allow. This activity of light will empower humanity's elemental vortices to raise the vibrations within each of our earthly bodies to brand new frequencies of 5th dimensional crystalline solar light. If you have the heart call to assist humanity and all life on earth in this powerful way, please join the company of heaven and light workers around the world now. And we begin. I am recalibrating my elemental vortices. I am presence, and I am one with my Father Mother God. I begin by breathing in and out several times slowly and deeply. The holy breath is an essential part of life. It is a key factor in unifying the spectrums of living light throughout the whole of creation. As I am in breathing and exhaling deeply, I am attuning myself to the rhythm of the universe. I am one with the heartbeat of my Father Mother God. I am one with the breath of the Holy Spirit. I am one with the solar logos from suns beyond suns, and I am one with the entire company of heaven, including the silent watchers, the angelic kingdom, the elemental kingdom, and Mother Earth. I am also one with the I Am presence of every person belonging to or serving the earth at this time, whether they are in or out of embodiment. Through the divine intervention of this collective body of light beings, I invoke from the very core of creation the most intensified frequencies of fifth-dimensional crystalline solar light that humanity is capable of receiving. I command through the power of the spoken word that this fifth-dimensional crystalline solar light will be used now by each person's fully integrated I Am presence to greatly accelerate the divine alchemy that is transfiguring our carbon-based earthly bodies into fifth-dimensional crystalline solar light bodies. I accept and know that as this transfiguration takes place within the bodies of all humanity, it is simultaneously occurring within every facet of the elemental kingdom and Mother Earth. Now, under the direction of our Father, Mother God, and the mighty Elohim, the fifth-dimensional directors of the elements take their strategic positions in preparation for this powerful activity of light. The directors of the air element, Thor and Aries, and the sylphs of the air take their positions at the cardinal point to the north. The directors of the water element, Neptune and Lunara, and the undines of the water take their positions at the cardinal point to the east. The directors of the earth element, Virgo and Peller, and the nature spirits of the earth take their positions at the cardinal point to the south. The directors of the fire element, Helios and Vesta, and the salamanders of the fire take their positions at the cardinal point to the west. The directors of the ether element, Amaryllis and Aeolus, and the Devas and Deva Rajas of the ethers take their positions within the sun of even pressure in the center of the earth. Now the directors of the elements sound a cosmic tone, signaling to humanity's body elementals that the time has come to manifest the next step in the transfiguration of humanity's fifth-dimensional crystalline solar light bodies. Every person's body elemental responds with deep gratitude and an exceptional willingness to transfigure our earthly bodies. My I Am presence, and the I Am presence of every person on earth, will now guide us through this activity of light. This exercise is assisting the directors of the elements and my body elemental to assimilate the new fifth-dimensional crystalline solar frequencies of light associated with the 12 solar aspects of deity on the new earth. This unfathomable light will blaze through my elemental vortices, lifting my physical, etheric, mental and emotional bodies to new heights. As I continue breathing in and out deeply, I clearly see the elemental vortices pulsating within my earthly bodies. These centers are swirling vortices of divine light. They are shining like the sun. There are 5 of these vortices, each one specifically designed to nourish and empower one of the 5 elements within my earthly bodies. I begin by focusing my attention on the ether vortex, which is pulsating above my head. I put the full power of my concentration on this spinning vortex of light. It is expanding and blazing like the sun. I breathe the holy breath into the center of the ether vortex, and I affirm with deep feeling, I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. The ether vortex is now recalibrated. The light of God expands and expands through the ether element, and my 4 earthly bodies are bathed in the rarefied ethers associated with the fifth-dimensional crystalline solar light of the new earth. I now focus the full power of my attention on the air vortex, which is pulsating within the location of my throat chakra. Through the divine intervention of this collective body of light beings, I invoke from the very core of creation the most intensified frequencies of fifth-dimensional crystalline solar light that humanity is capable of receiving. I command through the power of the spoken word that this fifth-dimensional crystalline solar light will be used now by each person's fully integrated I Am presence to greatly accelerate the divine alchemy that is transfiguring our carbon-based earthly bodies into fifth-dimensional crystalline solar light bodies. I accept and know that as this transfiguration takes place within the bodies of all humanity, it is simultaneously occurring within every facet of the elemental kingdom and Mother Earth. Now, under the direction of our Father, Mother God, and the mighty Elohim, the fifth-dimensional directors of the elements take their strategic I am the sacred fire breath of the Almighty. I am the sacred fire breath of the Almighty. I am the sacred fire breath of the Almighty. The fire vortex is now recalibrated. The light of God expands and expands through the fire element within my vehicles, and my mental body is transfigured. I now focus the full power of my attention on the water vortex, which is pulsating within the location of my root chakra at the base of my spine. I breathe the holy breath into the center of the water vortex. It is expanding and blazing like the sun. I affirm with deep feeling, I am the harmony of my true being. I am the harmony of my true being. I am the harmony of my true being. The water vortex is now recalibrated. The light of God expands and expands through the water element within my vehicles, and my emotional body is transfigured. I now focus the full power of my attention on the earth vortex, which is pulsating between my feet. I breathe the holy breath into the center of the earth vortex. It is expanding and blazing like the sun. I affirm with deep feeling, I am the master of my physical reality. I am the master of my physical reality. I am the master of my physical reality. The earth vortex is now recalibrated. The light of God expands and expands through the earth element within my vehicles, and my physical body is transfigured. The 5 elemental vortices within me have now been recalibrated to the highest possible frequency that cosmic law will allow. This has created a tremendous pathway of light through my 4 earthly bodies from head to toe. This dynamic force is quickening the transfiguration of my physical, etheric, mental and emotional bodies, as well as my evolution into Christ consciousness as a beloved child of God. As I repeat this exercise day by day, God's 5th dimensional crystalline solar light will exponentially expand through my elemental vortices, raising the energy, vibration and consciousness of my earthly bodies. Under the guidance of each person's I Am Presence, this activity of light is simultaneously occurring within the earthly bodies of humanity, the elemental kingdom and Mother Earth. I so decree it and accept it, done through the power of God, I am. God bless you, dear heart. I look forward to being with you next week. Patricia Cota Robles.